You walk into class quietly, hugging your books to your chest. You scan the room for an empty desk, hoping, praying he is not here yet. But there he is, leaning back in his chair, feet on the desk, messy black hair falling into his eyes. Jungkook. Your eyes meet. He smirks. Look, who is early? Trying to win Teacher's Pet of the Month again. He says it loud enough for everyone to hear. Sneakers echo around the room. You keep walking, eyes low. As you pass by him, he sticks his foot out. Just slightly you trip, your books go flying. Your heart races, you need to gather them. You should watch your step wide, he says, voice dripping with mockery. This floor is dangerous. You don't look at him. In the hallway, you open your locker, slowly trying to stay invisible. You clutch your pink lunchbox, the one your mom packed. Still carrying that thing? Jungkook's voice again. He's right behind you. You tense. Yes, he chuckles. How old are you? 5? You clench your jaw, ignore him, and walked away. One day in art room, you are painting quietly, headphones in. It's the only class he's not in. You feel safe here. Until a voice cuts in. Nice flower. Is it supposed to look like that? You freeze. He's standing beside your easel, one hand stuffed in his hoodie, the other flipping through your sketchbook. Don't touch that. You snap, standing up. He meteors, a flicker of surprise, then that familiar smug face to today. You snatch the sketchbook. Why do you keep bothering me? He shrugs. You make it too easy. Another day, the hall is quiet. Everyone is gone home. You are digging through your locker, trying to find your missing art project. Rain pounds outside. Suddenly you feel someone standing behind you. You turn slowly. It's him, Jungkook. His hoodie is soaked, water dripping from his hair. He leans against the locker beside yours. What are you still doing here? You don't answer. You turn back to your locker. You're deaf now? You slam it shut and face him. What do you want? He raises a brow. Nothing, just surprised. You are still hanging around? You scoff. Right. You thought I would break by now, didn't you? He blinks. You think you're scary, Jungkook? You're not. You're just cruel. Your voice shakes, not with fear but anger. I never did anything to you. I kept my head down. I tried to survive. You made that impossible. His jaw tightens, rain drips onto the tile between you. Do you hate me? You ask quietly. He says nothing, then softly, yeah. Your heart cracks. Why? He shrugs. Because you act like you are better than everyone. You laugh, bitter. I never acted better. I just didn't need your approval like everyone else. He opens his mouth, but you don't give him the chance. I'm done. You say, voice steady, you win, okay? You broke me. You turned and walked away from there. That night you sit on the edge of your bed, backpack half zipped, transferring your files and books. Your mom walks in. You're sure about this? You nod. I don't want to stay in that school anymore. She gives you a sad smile. I'll get the transfer forms ready. You look out the window at the rain, and for the first time in months, you feel calm now. Next day, Jungkook walks into class. He notices your empty seat. He frowns. Where is Wan? Someone asks. Mina shrugs. She transferred. She's not coming back. Jungkook's smirk fades. His lips part slightly. He blinks at the empty chair, then looks away. For the first time, there is no one to mock, only silence, and for Jungkook, it's deafening. Jungkook leans back in his chair, spinning a pen between his fingers. He glances towards the empty seat by the window. Still not here? He exhales, flicks the pen across the table. Where is she? He doesn't even realize. He said it out loud. Taeyong raises a brow. Who? Jungkook shrugs, pretending like it didn't matter, but it did. In the cafeteria, he walks past the tables. Every girl watches, none of them are here. He catches himself scanning the room. Stop it, he mutters. She's gone, who cares? Still, he sits alone. Another day he opens his locker. A crumpled paper falls out. It was your old art sketch. He stares at it for a bit, picks it up slowly. Your initials are at the corner. He folds it carefully, slips it into his hoodie pocket. Doesn't know why. At night in his room, he laid on the bed, his phone screen glows in the dark. Mina's story plays. You walk barely in the frame. He rewatches it twice. His thumb hovers over your username. He doesn't tap it. Instead, he locks the screen and stares at the ceiling. She looks happy. His jaw tightens. After an year, a whispered buzz moves through the crowd. She's back. Who? When? You step into the room confident, calm, unbothered. Your once messy hair is now styled neatly. Your posture is tall, graceful. You are dressed simple but elegant. And you walk like someone. Jungkook turns from the group, his eyes lock with yours. His smirk flickers and reflects but fades instantly. You didn't flinch, you don't look down, you simply nod politely and walk past him as if he were no one. Next day you stop by your old locker, 112. You open it like you never left. Jungkook steps forward while you look at him, expression flat, eyes sharp. Oh, are you still here? His chest tightens. Later that day in the classroom, you walk in just as the bell rings. Students turn to stare. Jungkook watches silently from her seat. You sit near him, same seat by the window, but this time you pull out sleek stationery, open your notes with quiet confidence. He watches, waiting. You don't even glance at him, not even once. In the cafeteria, he spots you with Mina at your usual table. He walks over casually, hands in his pocket. Didn't think you had come back, he says. You raise a brow. Didn't think you would still be stuck in the same place. Mina snorts into her juice. His jaw tightens. You have changed. You smile, but it doesn't reach your eyes. No, you just never saw who I was to begin with. You sip your iced coffee, look away. Jungkook turns off and walks off. Flash, a year ago, you carrying your lunch tray, head down, eyes scared. He used to laugh, now he feels sick. One day in the art room after school, you are sketching at the corner table, calm, elegant, at peace. Jungkook steps inside, slower this time. He walks to your table, you glance at him once. Sorry, this seat is for people who know how to respect others. He opens his mouth, but your eyes pierce him. Don't worry, I'm not scared of you anymore. He steps back. I never meant. You raised a hand. I didn't come back for your apologies, you say. I came back for myself. You hold his stare for a moment, then go back to sketching. He just stands there. The other day near the locker, he sees you drop a pen. He bends to pick it up instinctively. You turn just as he's handing it to you. You raise an eyebrow. Oh wow, didn't know you knew how to help people. He winces. You take the pen. Thanks, you say flatly. You can go now. Flashback. You dropped your books a year ago. He had stepped over them. Now he can't stop thinking about it. At night in his bedroom, he stares at the ceiling, tossing in bed. Moonlight spills across the floor. His chest burns. She's so calm now, strong. She doesn't even look at me like I exist. He turns onto his side, pressing his fist into the pillow. I made her disappear. Now she's back, and I'm the one fading. On Friday, it was group assignment day. Teacher pairs you with Jungkook. He swallows hard. So when do you wanna meet? You don't look up. Can you even focus without making someone's life miserable? He flinches. You finally look at him. I'll send you the files. Just don't mess them up. You slid your laptop closer, or I will replace you like I replaced the fear you used to give me. Jungkook doesn't say a word. The bell rings. You stand and walk off. He stays seated, breathing heavy. Flashback. You walking out of the hallway a year ago broke. He laughed then. Now he feels like choking. In the afternoon, a group project is due. You sit alone finishing the final edits. Jungkook stands nearby, awkward, shifting his weight between his feet. You don't acknowledge him. He clears his throat. I printed the chat, like you said. You don't look up. Took you 3 days. He steps closer. I have been trying. Trying what? Your voice cuts the air, calm, sharp. Trying to act like you weren't a jerk for 2 years straight. Trying to pretend you didn't humiliate me in front of everyone every chance you got. You finally lift your head and meet his eyes. I'm not the girl who stayed quiet anymore, Jungkook. Don't waste your breath. He swallows hard. I deserve that. You hold his step for a second longer. Yeah, you say. Yes, you do that. You pack your things and walk out of the room. One day in the courtyard, you are laughing with a guy from your English class, Park JE. He hands you his phone, showing you a meme. You laugh again, light and genuine. Across the field, Jungkook watches. His eyes narrow. That twist in his stomach is new, ugly, and sharp. He grips the bench under him, trying not to react, but he can't stop staring. Jay drags a strand of your hair behind your ear. You don't stop him. Jungkook looks away, jaw clenched. Why does it bother me so much? He knows the answer, because now someone else says what he never did, until it was too late. That evening near the locker, he corners you near your locker after school. His eyes are tired, lost. One, can we talk? You cross your arms. We are talking. I mean really talk. You sigh. Jungkook, whatever this is, guilt, regret, sudden conscience, it's not my responsibility to fix it. I know. Good. You turn to leave. I think about it every night. He blurts. Everything I said to you, the way I made you feel, I remember it all. You stop, barely glance back. Good. You should. You walk with Jay towards the study area. Jungkook is already there, waiting in silence. The three of you sit in silence for a while. You and Jay chat about notes. Jungkook stares at the table. Finally, he speaks. Do you ever forgive someone even if they don't deserve it? You close your book. Forgiveness isn't something you beg for, you say. It's something you earn. Jay glances between you two, sensing the tension. You stand. I will see you tomorrow. You don't even glance at Jungkook. He watches you walk away, throat dry, his heart racing. He's alone, shooting hoops, missing every single one. He throws the ball hard. It bounces off the rim. He leans over, hands on his knees, sweat dripping down his forehead. He whispers to himself, "You're such a damn coward." Flash, you sitting on the floor crying. A year ago, he walked away. Your trembling hands picking up your books. You're now confident, unreachable. He sinks into the coat, covers his face with his hands. I ruined everything. You walk in with your umbrella still dripping, shake it out, walk to your seat. There is a note on your desk. You pause. No ink, just a folded piece of paper. You open it. I'm sorry for every moment I made you feel small. I see you now, and I hate the version of me you had to survive. Jay. You stare at it for a long moment, then tuck it into your folder without a word. Rain falls lightly. Jungkook waits under the covered area alone. He shows up after a long pause, quiet. He stands straight as surprised. I got your note, you say, arms crossed. He nods slowly. I mean it. You study him? Really study him? His hoodie is soaked at the shoulders. His eyes look tired. There is no smirk, no ego, just regret. I don't need your apology, you say. I needed it a year ago, not now. He nods again, swallowing hard. I know, but I needed to say it, even if it doesn't change anything. Silence, then softly, "You were right," he adds. "You weren't invisible. I was just too blind to see what was in front of me." The rain picks up, you step back slowly and turns. You're late, Jungkook, but at least now you know what it feels like. You walk away, and this time he's the one left in the rain. That evening at the school's annual art exhibition was loud with footsteps and quiet admiration. You stood calmly beside your sketch, a girl pulling herself out of a dark shadow. You named it the girl who saved herself. Jungkook saw it from across the room. He didn't speak, didn't move, just stared at the title and the name written in small, confident letters, while he didn't need a mirror to see himself in that shadow. The next morning at school, you opened your locker and found a sticky note folded neatly on the door. "Thank you for surviving me, Jay." You stared at it for a moment, then tucked it silently into your folder, not because you forgave him, but because it reminded you how far you had come. Later that day on the rooftop, you were reading alone when he approached, his steps slow and hesitant. I have stopped trying to win forgiveness, he said quietly. I know I don't deserve it. You didn't look up, then why are you still here? He paused, took a deep breath because I need to tell you the truth. Your fingers stilled over your book. My mom walked out when I was 13. He began. He began, said she felt invisible, said loving people just made her disappear. I guess I started believing that caring for anyone. He finally glanced up, so instead of caring, you made people small. He nodded. I thought I was protecting myself, but I was really just hurting everyone around me, especially you. He looked down at his hands. You were kind, soft, real, and I couldn't handle it. Silence dressed between you. You made me feel seen, Ryan, he said, voice breaking. And I hated you for it because I didn't know how to handle being seen. Your jaw tightened. That's not love, that's fear. I know, he whispered, but I don't want to be afraid anymore. His voice wavered. I just want to be someone who never makes you feel invisible again. You stared at him. He looked like the opposite of the boy who once called you names in the hallway. No smirk, no ego, just regret. You didn't say anything, but you didn't leave either. A few days later, during class, a substitute announced, you'll be working in pairs with who is ever seated next to you. You turned your head and sighed. He smiled nervously. Total coincidence, I swear. You shook your head. If you mess this up, I'll replace you with a Google Doc. He chuckled. Honestly, fair. When he paused you a cup of coffee during the project, you raised an eyebrow. No sugar, he said, just like you used to like it. You accepted it silently, but you took a sip. That weekend at the carnival, the air buzzed with music and neon lights. You stepped away from the crowd, seeking quiet. You came to the carnival because it's your school graduation week, and your class planned to go a small fun tour. Jungkook found you there holding a caramel apple and looking unusually nervous. You still hate crowds? He asked. You nodded, surprised. He remembered he offered the apple. Wanna ride the Ferris wheel? It's slow, quiet, and boring. You gave him a look. Only if you don't talk. He grinned. Deal. Up above the city lights scattered below like stars. You sat in silence until he finally spoke. I'm not asking you to love me or even like me. You turned your head. I just want to keep showing up. I want to be someone worthy of standing next to you. He looked at you, eyes open, honest, vulnerable. You were quiet for a long moment. Then keep showing up, but still don't keep hopes on me. I just accepted you as a friend, you said. His breath caught. You quickly looked away where he just smiled and said, okay, I understand. You're still not trusting me. I deserve this. But I will wait for you, Vine. You didn't reply to him and looked away still, where he also looked away, accepting his fate. Thank you for watching.